Hey everybody, this is Videobob, and we're here at Bob's Prop Shop where we build DeLorean time machines and other cool stuff like that. That's why there's a DeLorean time machine behind me for my new subscribers. This, in full disclosure, is a promo video. This was sent to me by the company. I did a review, not a review, but it was sort of some advice on my Honda generator, and I've also done videos of the generators like on my tour bus and things. And this company said, you know, we really liked your video. You reached a lot of people. And we'd like to let you know about our generator because we think we have something really competitive here, both in price point and in performance. And they're called Atima. I think that's how you say it, Atima. Powered by Yamaha. Now, I know Yamaha makes some really good stuff. I don't have anything bad to say about Yamaha. And I don't think there's any doubt that Honda makes one of the best generators. You know, even though I'm doing a promo for these guys, the reason I bought that Honda generator is because I know, just like you know, that no matter what, that thing is going to start and it's going to work. Okay? But they're like $1,000 to start for the small one. This thing, they claim, is just as good as the Honda, and it's got a lot of cool features on it, so this is going to be an unboxing. So at this point, we're going to speed up the video, and you're going to watch the fast-forward version of me opening this box. All right, there it is. You know, I think it looks cool. Very, very Star Wars Stormtrooper-y. The white and black. Nice, clean design. Doesn't look cheaply made. I expected it to be kind of cheapy. You know, a lot of these Chinese products, they use these really oddball colors for their plastic. You know, when you go to Harbor Freight and you buy a drill or something, and it's always some kind of weird pukey color of orange or red or something, you know. But this is a nice white. The plastic is firm and smooth. The badging is nice. I noticed something right away. There's a fuel gauge on top. That's really cool. That comes in handy. I like that. There's actually a fuel gauge. Some other things. What do we have here? This is, oh, access to your oil. That's very cool. And then there's a cover here. I don't know if this pops off. Oh yeah, this opens up, I think. It's just some kind of rubber filler. I don't know if that's supposed to come off or if I'm just messing this thing up. It's some kind of, oh, that's access to something in there. Okay, let's check out the controls here. Got ourselves a 12-volt cigarette plug. And we'll show close-ups of all this stuff. We got a smart throttle. That's really good. I like that. Manual choke. Got a 8 amp breaker. Over here, an 8 amp DC breaker. We have a 20 amp AC breaker. This Twin Tech, this is for running these in parallel so that you can double your power. Got a ground here. Let's see what's in this toolkit. I like when you get accessories. Manuals. Looks like we got some very basic wrenches here, probably for the spark plug, I would imagine. Okay. Oh, that's nice. They gave us that for free. Usually that's an extra purchase. This is a 12-volt access point or charging system. Looks like you can just plug that into here and then attach that to a battery. You know, I carry one of these in my tour bus. Now, of course, my tour bus has 17,000 watts of generator power, but in a pinch, when you are stuck, you'll be glad to have this 2,000 watts. It'll run a refrigerator or whatever, but it'll also charge a battery. I was in a situation where I took my tour bus out and the generator wouldn't start because of a capacitor issue that ran the fan. and I was killing the battery and trying to get it started, and luckily I had my take-along generator, and I used it to charge up the... See, I couldn't start the generator to charge the batteries that start the bus. See how that works? So I didn't have a jump starter, so I used the generator to charge the battery for the generator so I could start the generator, so I could charge the batteries for the bus, so I could start the bus. These are handy to have. Okay, but that's really cool that they give you that, because normally Honda makes you pay like another like 20, 30, 40 bucks or something for that. And wait, that's a ripoff. Give you a nice little tool here. I don't know what it goes to, but it's cool that they gave it to you. It's a little wrench with another adapter so that you can work on whatever it is that it's going to tell you to work on. And then, of course, some oil. I'm really impressed with this little funnel. That's going to come in handy later, I guarantee you. I mean, this is one of the... I mean, I know it's just a simple little thing, but the fact that they're thinking about that and they know that it's going to be hard to get the oil in that little hole, that impressed me. All right, I think I'm going to put the oil in. Put my little thing of oil here. I'm assuming there's no oil in it. Now, I might be crazy, but I think how about that? Jesus. What do I do with the lid? There it is. Okay, that took forever to put the oil in. There it is. Okay. Now for the next huge mess. Putting gasoline in this thing. This is cool. There's a little filter in there to make sure that you don't get any garbage in there. Now, I've learned the hard way, over the years, that gasoline, you get a drop of the tiniest little drop. It's like the world's worst cologne. You can never get the smell off of you. Like you wash your hands and you still smell like gas. So I guess that's what that does. All right, so we're gonna put some gasoline in here. This is fresh grade A American gasoline. See, look at that. What a piece of shit. I wish somebody on the planet Earth would invent a goddamn gasoline can that is not a piece of crap. It's got no seal. It drips everywhere. So that's what we need next. I need somebody to send me a gasoline can that doesn't do that. I got gas all over my table. If I hadn't been wearing these gloves, I'd have gas all over me. I need to do a video on gas cans that don't suck, because this one clearly sucks. Let's try it now. It's totally dripping. It's totally dripping. All right, this is going right in the garbage. Throwing this gas can away. Seriously? There's gas everywhere. You gotta be kidding me. I mean, okay. We've got the gasoline thing taken care of. Now, I'm a curious cat. I always want to know what's inside stuff. I want to see what's behind this cover. I want to take this apart. What is this, a ratchet? This screwdriver's ratchet! Let's see. Not sure if this is supposed to come off. There we go. Now, let's see what we're working with in here. All right, we've got, I see that we've got, here's the overhead here, we got a little carburetor, air breather, some of the electronics in here. It's pretty decent looking construction, I gotta say, actually. Looks nice. Doesn't look cheaply made. I have to say, it's very well made. The quality of this plastic is really good. Man, I know that sounds cheesy because it's plastic. Now, I don't know if I could take this off without taking this fuel on and off. Do not pull engine starter cord while engine is running. I don't think this is supposed to come off unless I take this off. Stop! In the name of love! No. Read this important notice before use. Fill sump to top of threads. Only fill with generator upright. Do not tip the fill. I don't need that. All right. It's in there. Can we delete that other part? Is my head cut off here? Oh, okay. The people who made this are like, what are you doing? What? I don't think this is supposed to come off. Okay, this isn't supposed to come off. And I'll show you why. But this is why I'm tearing this up and not you. So attached to here on the inside, the fuel lines actually run to that switch as well as the cord. So there's really nothing you need to access on this side. So I'm just for the sake of messing things up, don't take this side off. You don't need to. There's no point in it. But hey, that's why I'm doing this, and you know. So this needs to be aligned back in its spot, which isn't too hard to do. Screw. Again, I'm going to compliment the construction. Normally, a lot of imported Chinese stuff is not well made, and I gotta say, I'm happy with the construction of this thing. It's really well put together. Okay, that goes right there. I would say that it's every bit as good as the Honda or any Yamaha I've ever seen. Again, I want to compliment this plastic. We just spilled gasoline and oil all over this thing, and it's cleaned up great. I think that's a good part of the design. Even though it's white, and you may feel it's going to get dirty, and it may show some black scuff marks from moving it around, but it definitely cleans off nicely and has a nice clean look. Okay, we're going to turn the fuel on. All right. Now, I don't know if there's a specific on and off point. Now, there is a fuel on and off, which is a good thing. Remember what I talked about in my other video of the Honda, the importance of running it out of gas so that you protect the carburetor. I think what's cool about this is you can just turn off the fuel, and I don't know if that switch also kills the motor at the same time. I don't know if there's an electrical cutoff switch. That was the whole point of that modification that we did to the Honda generator, but I suspect that it is. And I'm going to go ahead, and I also see that there is a, oh, that's just for the cap, okay. See, on the Honda, there's a switch on the cap. The vent switch here. So it looks like this just goes in right there. Oh, I see. These, well, the reason this was so hard to get off, clever. They put some little, there we go, little pressure nipples that hold this thing in. That'll help keep the plastic from vibrating. It's all rubber isolated in those little grommets. Very smart. Very smart. Yeah, it cleans up really nice. So I was concerned about it being white. You know, it's going to get dirty. Wipes off really easily. Happy with that. All right, now we want to get this thing started. I'm sure you choke it. I don't see there's not like an on and off switch other than the fuel. Fuel is on. I don't see a vent cap or a vent switch on the cap. Engine is full. Let's see here. It'll tell you 120 volts, 13 amps, 1600 watts, 4650 RPMs, Class B insulation, DC output 12 volts at 8 amps. Pretty simple. There's no other instructions on here. I noticed that this, there we go, that didn't get on there all the way from where I took the cover off, but that popped in fine. Now on the top here, we have a sticker. And it tells you that gasoline is flammable. No shit. I was kind of hoping to see some instructions. I see a lot of warnings. Hot muffler, emission control, Yamaha. What does this say? It tells you about how clean it runs. This side over here isn't popped in. There we go. Man. I got this put back together correctly? Okay. I think it's just as simple as yanking this thing a few times. It doesn't have a primer bulb or anything like a 2-cycle would, so. Are you kidding me? Really? Wow! Wow! It started first pull. Wow! That thing is quiet. Let me put it on smart throttle. Wow. Wow! That is not staged. Ladies and gentlemen, we just put fuel in it, we just put oil in it. First little pull, started right up. Wow! Damn, I am really impressed. Wow. And this thing is quiet. And I gotta say, I'm not really, it's not, there's the muffler pointed right at the microphone. Wow, man. That is impressive. That thing started on the first pull. Let me tell you, it's cold in here right now. It's about the middle of December. It's probably about 45, 50 degrees in here. I'm pretty cold. I just didn't want to wear my jacket for the video. And it's just, I'm really impressed. Like, how you turn it off? There's, you know, you just choke it. I guess that's how you, there's no off switch. There's just, I guess you just turn off the fuel. So maybe that's the trick. Well, wow. And I'm not pulling it very hard. And I gotta tell you, I have a shoulder injury that I'm still getting over, and I can't raise my arm completely over my head and whatnot. That took no effort. Let's turn the fuel off and see if that's the best way of killing it. Let's see how long, see what happens. I've turned the fuel off, and let's see how long it takes it to die. with the fuel cut off, and I want to run it out of gas. See what happens. I want to run it out of gas and see what happens. The fuel has been turned off, ladies and gentlemen. It's some kind of zombie. It's still running. That is off, right? Off? How do you turn it off? Do you see an off button anywhere? Off. That raises the throttle. It doesn't have an off button. This thing really wants to keep going. I have turned the fuel off and it's still going. Oh, finally, it's gonna run out of gas. Come on, die! Die, you bastard, die! Stop running! Die, I dare you, come on! It's still going! This is like an Energizer bunny. Still running. I turned the gas off a full minute ago and it is still running on high idle. Come on, die already! I can't turn it off. Come on! You gotta be kidding me, folks. Look, the fuel is off. Come on and die already. I can't get it to die. Come on. Ah! You gotta be shitting me. Ah! It's daring. It's messing with me now. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Finally. Well, it takes 2 minutes to run out of gas on just the... Apparently, this thing is really fuel efficient. Because that's just the fuel that was in the line and the... Let's see what happens. I'm going to have the fuel off if I try to... I want to really run it out of gas. Okay, it's out of gas. I'm going to turn the fuel back on. Let's see what happens. I wonder how many starts it'll take to prime it. I wonder if it'll just start all by itself. Matter of fact, I'm going to help it out. I'm going to give it a half a choke. See what happens. Nope, got to prime it. Give it a full choke. Look at that. All right, motor-wise, bad ass. Very impressed. Now, I guess you just turn it off by choking it. That must be how you turn it off. I don't know if I'm missing something. I don't see an off switch anywhere on it.
Turn the engine switch and fuel petcock.
Well, that's just this thing here. This only does the fuel, but it does not turn off the motor. So, unless I'm missing something... Okay, I got to insert this in. So, the reason it wasn't dying is because when my stupid ass took it apart, when I took this switch off, or this fuel cut off, there's a micro switch in there with a little lever. When I took this off, the lever fell off. So what's supposed to happen is you turn this, there's a micro switch that kills the motor. I guarantee you, so I haven't tried it yet. I just start, so if we start it. Micro switch kills the motor. So my apologies to Atima or however you say that. I shouldn't have taken this cover off. There's no reason to take this cover off. It's not a user accessible cover. But that was a great demonstration to show you how little fuel it uses and a good way to run it out of gas. So it was a great demonstration to show how well it starts up. Very impressed with it so far. Let's try putting a load on it and see what happens. Okay, let's try putting a load on it. I grabbed a shop heater. Let's get this thing started. Now usually, as you know, a heater like this usually runs about 1500 to 2000 watts, somewhere in there. We'll try it on low first. Let's go ahead and kick it on to high. What do you think? Starting to get red. Powering that fine. So I know that this thing probably runs about 1800 to 2000 watts. I'm going to put it on the smart idle, put it on low and see what happens. So yeah, it'll run the heater on low with the lower idle. But what's great about this is, let's say that you were using this in your camper, you had the smart idle hooked up, and you had the thermostat on, and the thermostat goes off. This thing will now kick into a super low, quiet idle and just run in the background. And I know it can do that for hours and hours. Then it gets chilly again and your heater kicks back on. This thing will automatically fire up. And then when you're ready to really toast some marshmallows, it'll go full blast. I gotta say, even though we're in an enclosed room, and by the way, never operate a generator in an enclosed room. Keep in mind that we are professionals and we have ventilation here in this warehouse. But I'm not really catching any fumes or smell in here. And we have a giant 4-foot exhaust fan that in between cuts, we clear all the air out. So don't run one of these in your house or in a building. That's the labels that are on the back. I'm just letting you know. We know what we're doing. Okay. Thing is working great, as you can see. Automatically powers down with a lower wattage, and then when turned off completely, it drops down to that lower deal. You know, I wonder what else. I wonder if we got anything else laying around we could plug into it. I'd like to try to overload this thing. See what happens. I'm trying to think of something that we have that we can plug into it that uses a lot of power. Let's see if we can't overload it. I put this buffing wheel up here. Let's turn the heater on full blast. Yeah. Let's say it's a little cold and you want to do some buffing. Let's see what happens. Wow, it's running both of them. Now I can buff my stuff in the outdoors with a heater. Wow. That really didn't phase it at all. That's a pretty hefty buffer. Look at that. It's just a little... Wow. Pretty good. I gotta tell you, I'm pretty impressed with this thing. The Atima, I don't know. It's the AY2000i powered by Yamaha. The engine, obviously a Yamaha. This thing fires up effortlessly. Purrs like a kitten. Very low emissions. I'm telling you, we've been running this thing testing and I'm not really smelling any fumes. Thing starts up great. Has plenty of power. I mean, look, this is a smaller generator. This isn't going to be running your whole RV, but this is something that you could carry with you and run some basic stuff. I mean, you know, you're getting what is it, 1600 running watts, and then it surges, I think, up to what did it say on the box, like up to more. I'll have to put all that stuff in the listing, but these guys sent this to me because they wanted me to check it out because they feel confident that if I've been using the Honda, I'm going to be impressed. The price point on this thing is half of what you're going to spend on a Honda generator. Do I still think Honda generators are the best? I haven't had the chance to torture test this thing. I mean, let's see how it's doing a year from now. I'll make another video maybe 6 months or a year from now and let you know how it's doing. But I got to tell you, I'm really impressed with this thing, and for the price point of it and what you get, hell of a deal. And it's pretty attractive looking too. I don't think it's you know, a lot of the kind of unknown name Chinese stuff doesn't look that good. I like it. I like the fit and finish. I like the build quality. It's lightweight. I really love the fuel gauge on there. That's something that's really cool. I like the easy access to the spark plug and the oil change and all that kind of stuff. I got to say, I give this a really high rating, and I'm not just saying that because they sent me the thing. Let me tell you something. I'd like to explain a little bit about how some of these sponsorships work. A lot of these companies, what they do is they will, and I know I'm letting you in on some secrets that you're not supposed to know. This is how these companies will contact me. They'll say, we would like you to sign a contract with us, and we're going to deposit some money into your PayPal account. Then we want you to buy one of our products from us from our Amazon store, and then leave a good review on our Amazon store because it helps us with our sales. And then we're going to, it won't cost you anything out of pocket because we're going to give you the money, and then you're going to buy it. You're going to sign a contract with us. You're going to sign a non-disclosure agreement. You're going to sign a confidentiality agreement. And basically, they don't want you to do the thing if you're going to leave a bad review. That's what a lot of these YouTubers don't tell you. Well, when these people contacted me, they wanted to do that same stuff. And I said, look, I will not accept any money from you. I will not sign a contract with you. Here's the deal. You can mail it to me. Here's my address, or not. If I get it, I'll do a review and I'll say whatever the hell I want to say about it, and that's it. So you can, if you believe in your product, you can send it to me. But I will not give a good review if I don't like the product. So they said, okay, we've seen your videos. We think that you're going to like the product. This thing just magically appeared on my doorstep. I have no obligation to these people. I don't have an obligation to give it back. I can keep this. I wasn't paid anything. They gave it to me for free, and I could sit here and crap all over it if I want to, and there's nothing they can do about it. But I'm giving you my honest opinion. I think it's a great generator. If I bought this thing and paid full price for it, I wouldn't be sorry. And I'm kind of pissed that I went to Northern Tools and paid $1,000 of my hard-earned money for that little red Honda generator when I got this thing for free, and it would have cost half as much. So I'm kind of thinking, when I got this, I was thinking to myself, I'm just going to put this on Craigslist. You know what? I think I might keep this, and I could sell the Honda for like $800. This is a good generator. So thank you, Atima AY2000i. This thing is really cool, and I look forward to seeing some of their new products. Hey, listen, if you like this video, and I know you did because my generator videos seem to get the most views of all, even though we're most famous for our television show Screen Machines on the Reels channel and Discovery, depending on where you are in the world. And we build DeLorean time machines and Ghostbuster cars and stuff. That's why we have this generator. We carry it with us, and it powers our DJ system and our lighting and things when we go to appearances. So that's what we use these for. But anyway, if you love all things that are cool, subscribe to my videos, and hey, watch this next video. It's really cool too. I'm Videobob. Thanks for tuning in.